Okay, so we're nearing the end of a busy first day at MRO Europe in Barcelona. The drinks are now starting on stands around us.
So the chinks.
So this will be a quick one. But ABN Cast, we're now on the MAAS Aviation stand. And we've got Richard Marston with us, who is their Chief Commercial Officer. Richard, welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
How's the show going for you so far?
Really good so far. Had a really good, busy first day.
Yeah.
Steady all the way through, so no gaps. Yeah, it's been a really good day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So tell us a bit about MAAS. MAAS, your coatings, painting,
yes.
the exterior. So just a quick 2-minute what you are and what you do.
Yeah, so MAAS is an exterior painting business. We paint aircraft, we paint aeroplanes.
Yep.
Been in business for over 40 years. We're a narrow body specialist. We've got 13 facilities all around the world. We paint at OEM level for Airbus and we paint in MRO. Probably what sets us a little bit apart from our competition is we design and we build and we operate our own facilities.
Okay. And you're global, so...
We're global, yes. We have facilities in the US, Germany, Lithuania, and the Netherlands. And we've got offices in Dublin, but we've got 13 paint shops across the globe.
Okay. So in the run-up to this, you put out a bit of news, couple of bits of news. Let's do the first one first, which was, I think it was insight from your customers, some data about the longevity of your finishings, which I guess at the moment where the airlines are trying to keep these aircraft in the skies for longer without having to bring them back off service is a really important thing for them.
So one of the things that's changed over recent years is the move to base coat clear coat.
Right.
We use base coat clear coat wherever possible,
so
especially on the...
I know it's getting technical, what does that mean?
So if you go back to where things used to be, it would be a high solids top coat where it's basically the colour. If it was blue, it would be the colour and the gloss all together. Whereas a base coat is you put the blue on and then you put a clear lacquer on the top. Okay. And that gives you better UV stability.
Right.
Also with things like soccer gels and board gel pre-treatments rather than the older systems, we're seeing much better longevity in service. So we've got some airlines now, more and more are painting on heavy maintenance checks from 8 years, even pushing out some to 10-year intervals. Okay. Which is obviously more sustainable. It's cheaper for the airlines. Yeah. Not so great for us, but it is. I mean, it's part of what we do is once we get a customer, the idea is we give great service and they keep coming back.
So how does that compare to what you'd normally expect? How much are you pushing the envelope?
So a good 5 to 6 years.
Oh, really?
I mean, a lot of airlines would still have a high solids top coat, maybe in service for 5 or 6 or 7 years, but it would be flat. Yeah. Normally, you are painting every 4 years. Now that's pushed at least double that.
Wow. Okay.
And it's we have OEM processes. We paint for Airbus in the US and in Germany, but we've got aligned processes all over, in the Netherlands and in Lithuania. So no matter which MAAS facility you go to, all our processes are exactly the same, whether it's in MRO or whether it's in OEM. Yeah. So we're seeing, we're attracting more new customers this year because we've got some space, because things are lasting longer.
Yeah, of course. So you're actually creating capacity for yourselves in this sense, so you can do more work.
And our ethos is we believe we deliver the best quality in the marketplace, but also we deliver what we believe is the fastest turnaround times. I mean, everybody's screaming for their aircraft to be flying. Yeah. So the longer it's on the ground, the more challenges it causes. So turning them around quickly at the right quality is key.
So what are you achieving at the moment?
It's not uncommon to do, fuse fitted engines and wings within 6 days for a longer program. Okay. When we're doing, 15, 20 aircraft for the same customer, we can turn those around in 6 days.
This might be a bit of a non-aviation expert question, but the delivery of an aircraft is what I guess the consumers see. It's the visible bit of MRO.
The visible bit they see.
No one really care. They do care if the engine works, but they don't really care about the nuts and bolts of it. But actually, what it looks like is kind of like the av geeks of this world. Yes. Go mad for these new designs, and actually, I think it's true. Looking at from a layman's point of view, there's more creativity in this area at the minute. Is that because the technology has changed that allows that, but also airlines want to show off their brand in their livery?
Branding is key for an airline, but it is easier where beforehand when you were painting something in high solids, you put the white background colour on, wait 8 hours, mask it, put the blue on, wait 8 hours, mask it, so it was more complex to do more and more colours. With base coat, clear coat, 2 hours dry to tape, so you can put your blue on, put your green on, you can do a lot more technical work.
It allows you to be a bit more creative.
You can be a bit more creative. We did the Profit Hunter earlier for Embraer, which is a really special
I've seen that
livery.
one at Farnborough, yeah,
and that you can see that we have a time lapse on the website where you can see all the processes you can go through, but because the system's dry so much faster, and then it gets the clear coat on the top, it's a lot easier to do.
Okay.
Easier to achieve.
Well, so that was your one bit of news. The other bit of news was a change at the top. So a new chief exec. He was here a minute ago. Who is he? And where's he come from?
So Danny Hacker is our new CEO. He's been with us over a year. He was CFO. Transitioned in the CEO job just recently. Just announced today. So he's here, been with all us with all of the customer meetings and stuff we've had today. Brings a fresh perspective, although he's from an aviation background, not a painting background.
Right.
So the technical side of the business is new to him. Obviously, on the commercial side and the strategic part, he's got a really fresh perspective of what we're doing. So it's been good today having him on board.
You say he's got a background at Swissport and places like that.
He's been with Swissport.
So he knows the aviation industry.
He knows aviation. Spent some time at KLM, I think, as well in early days. So it's not uncommon for him. But when we're talking about base coat, clear coat, and different pre-treatments and primers and things, he's taking lots of notes.
But on a steep learning curve.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we spoke before we started on this, just like how dynamic and how much change was in the industry. And I suppose in terms of the technology, it's pretty stable.
It's pretty stable.
Someone like coming in like a new CEO, what difference can he make with a different perspective in this sector?
Well, I think that we, from a MAAS perspective, we look for long-term partnerships, and we look for stability in the team. We're very proud of the fact, as we shouted from the rooftops, that we've been in business for over 40 years. A lot of the people that are still with us have been through all of that journey. So when we're talking to, especially the larger airlines, they want some stability, and he had some help with strategic direction. We're talking about new hangars all the time. Do we go into the wide body market? We're constantly growing with Airbus as well. So bit of fresh perspective. Yes.
What's the calculation about going into the wide body? Is that simply about capacity?
Capacity. I mean, there's a shortage in the marketplace. I mean, we've had many customers here today, and continually get them asking for, especially for 330s and 350s.
Presumably, the technology is the same. It's just a larger vehicle.
It's a larger aircraft. I mean, obviously with the 350s and the 787s, they're composite aircraft, so there's different process or slightly different processes and materials, but it's capacity. So in the marketplace, there's a real need for extra capacity on that. It's less seasonal than the narrow bodies are as well, or is seen as less seasonal. Whereas the narrow body, most of the operators fly from April to October, so or going on holiday, so the season's condensed into 5 or 6 months in the winter, whereas wide bodies more stretched out.
So you said busy day today, a lot of conversations on the stand. What's the general feeling? What are people coming to you to talk about?
It's buoyant. Today has been lots of talk about next year's winter slots for the narrow body operators and for the wide body operators when we build the wide body hangar. Turnaround times has been a big discussion point today. We've had a couple of operators who have large, over 400 aircraft, talking about, the standard in the industry is 7 to 8 days for something like an A320 with wings. Can we reduce that? So trying to make sure they get everything flying.
Constantly optimising. It's like every inch out of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the general feeling about I know there's so many challenges, and then that's part of the talking point.
There is a lot of challenges.
But in some ways, for many of the companies here this week, those are opportunities as much as anything else, because demand is very high.
Demand is high. I think that the challenge is, on the painting side of it, we don't see material problems. I mean, obviously going through COVID, if you look at painters in white suits and breathing equipment and stuff, that was hard to get in COVID times because everybody wanted the PPE.
Right. Okay.
Painting wise, we don't see problems, but lots of our customers today challenges with manpower, challenges with parts, with engine parts specifically, but it creates opportunities for other operators.
Yeah, your manpower you mentioned. Everyone's got you guys, you've got the human resources.
For us, it's not as bad. We have long training plans. Yeah. So we have a really robust way of continually training painters. It is a challenge in the respect. Painting airplanes is hard work. Yeah. Can't do it from your bedroom, as the senior guys say. You've got to turn up, and it's tough. So, but what we tend to do is, when we're training somebody, we tend to stay with us for a long time. But it's attracting people to come in. Yeah. It seems sexy until you come in and do it, and you stand under a wing set for a few hours, and it's hard work. Yeah. But it's the training plans and the chance to progress through the levels and become a master painter at the end is what helps keep people interested.
Well, time has beaten us, so
no
but we went through a fair amount there, and it's a really good update from you, Richard. Thanks for that.
Thank
and hope you have a good second day of the show.
Brilliant, thank you.
And we'll catch up again soon, I'm sure.
Brilliant, thank you.
Cheers, Richard.
Just for taking the time. Thank you.
Cheers.